Welcome back to the Lo-Fi Zone. It's lovely of you to join us again in the Lo-Fi Zone. Thank you for being here, beings. We are thrilled to be back, and it was a bit of a big gap in between them, actually. I didn't mean for it to be quite that big. It's already built the pressure up, hasn't it, buddy? I already feel it's too, I can't do it. No, we will do it anyway. We will do it, but it feels like a pressure because it's how. We've had time to think about it. That's the thing. We should have just got straight back in there and done it, I think. But we'll. How will we cope with it? We'll just smile and pretend we're relaxed, shall we?
I feel like people are thirsty for more.
I hope so, man. And grinning and bearing the tension is apparently what made Britain great, isn't it? I don't know if we can still call it Great Britain, really, to be honest. Now, given its recent track record, nice enough if you focus on the right stuff, Britain. Shall we call it that? And how are you, Tom? How has your week been in merciless detail? But I must be very strict about this in no more than 8 words, I'm afraid.
My week was pretty good, I guess.
Oh, no, was that exactly 8? It doesn't matter.
Count.
I know. That's okay.
Leave a comment.
Yeah.
We won't be.
It's the Lo-Fi Zone.
He's got a girlfriend now. He's got a girlfriend now, and it's not like it used to be. He's confident and cool, and can't at all relate to me. I see in him just how love changes people quietly. He's got a girlfriend now, and I'm old news. It's plain to see. What happened to my chum, the awkward boy I loved before? His new life has begun. He's found a joy that's more mature. I reach for what we shared, but I'm so scared, 'cause it's all gone. 'Cause he's got a girlfriend now, and he's grown up, and he's moved on. A week it's been since he said he'd phone, and when I ring him, he's just never alone. And I'm so adrift, 'cause it feels such a shift, and it came so swift, how I was outgrown. But what can you do? He's got a girlfriend now, and every day I know him less. I must adjust somehow and find a way to let go, I guess. Forgive my frowning brow, things just seem strange and wrong to me. 'Cause he's got a girlfriend now, 'cause life has to change, apparently. He's got a girlfriend now, and I shouldn't moan. We did have fun. It's time to take my bow and just go home. When you're done, you're done. I've got to just allow for feeling thrown and not get glum. 'Cause he's got a girlfriend now, and I must have known this day would come. It's been a funny old month, though, hasn't it? Have you noticed that, Tom? Have you noticed that the funniness and the oldness of the month at all? Is something that has permeated to Middle Earth?
I guess, but those were the main two things that stood out.
And yet nobody ever says it's been an old funny month. Have you noticed that? Nobody ever leads with the old. It's always with the funny. I don't know why that. It's been an old funny month.
I rarely hear people tell me that it's been a really serious brand new month.
That's true. That's true, actually. But it has been a funny old month, and I think it's because of there's too many things to focus on in one go. It's hard to explain this to you, Tom. Just see if you can get this. Okay, I've wrote a few words about it actually, but there's more than one thing, okay, happening in the same space of time. So I wish I could draw you a picture of it, really, but there's a thing, okay, are you following this? Okay, there's a thing, and then there's another additional thing as well as that. And what do you focus on more, when there's more than one thing? For instance, this month, well, in fact, almost this week just gone, Boris, the Prime Minister, went to Brussels for those absolute last-minute nail-biting talks to try and firm up the whole Brexit debacle, to supposedly kind of gain some kind of, semblance of a bearable Brexit after all, as if there is one. But in the same week as that, there's a new video cast, a new lo-fi zone. So what do you focus on more? Boris, Brexit talks, lo-fi zone. Lo-fi zone, Boris Brexit talks. A worryingly underprepared and out-of-his-depth Englishman, flanked by his loyal yet faintly concerned colleagues, shuffles his way into another anxious episode of clumsily conceived exchanges, seemingly in the vain hope that if he papers over the cracks with just enough blind bumbling nerve and prattles out enough bits of blithe British patter, he'll distract his already bemused audience from the shaky, unhelpful nature of what he's actually able to achieve for anyone. But hey, enough about us doing this podcast. Boris talked about Brexit in Europe. That's right. An almost tear-jerking against-the-odds lunge for supposed significance and strength by an out-of-touch, overgrown boy and his weary crew that surely convinces painfully few and seems to take forever. But hey, enough about the lo-fi zone and us making this video cast. Boris went to try and firm up Brexit in Europe. That's right. Thank you, Dave the drummer. That's your icebreaker, so watch out for all the smashed dice. I think you've got lots of it around you there, man, so watch out, yeah.
Well, it is winter.
Yeah. So, yes, it's great to have you with us, Tom. Welcome, Tom Holden, or forgive me for being so informal, to acknowledge your full birth name. Welcome, Thomas Fido Zanzibar Bonk Holden. Those are all, in fact, ancestral family names, are they not? All Holden family names. Your great Great Aunt Bonk. Was that? Is that? I haven't got the data in front of me, but is that correct?
According to official records.
Yeah. Were you close to your Great Aunt Bonk? I know she died tragically young, apparently, didn't she? Hanged for shoplifting, age 2, I believe. I haven't actually checked the records, but did you get a chance to get to know her a little bit?
I mean, she was my grandmother's sister.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
She died when she was 2.
I mean, it must have been hard for you. And we don't talk about your wayward cousin Zanzibar, do we?
Yeah.
No. Okay. Welcome to Cover Version Corner. There'll be more of our stuff later. Don't say we didn't warn you. For now, let's hear someone else's song. Sung with love, though, we do hope you'll agree.
But wait, Luke, will it sound right or wrong?
Who knows, Tom? Let's see. And in this episode's Cover Version Corner, we give you a song from the wonderful George Formby, who I'm a big fan of, the great singer and sort of Lancashire folk hero of the 1930s and a little bit beyond, who was a very touching exponent of weedy, clumsy, vulnerable masculinity in popular music, which is a subject that's very dear to my heart. And he sung loads of lovely songs, and this one is a particular favourite of mine, which has got a very hopeful message. And it's one that I found a reading that just suggested itself to me to read in the middle of it. Back in about 2003, that film came out with Nicolas Cage in it, made by the chap who made Being John Malkovich, something Kaufman, wasn't it? Do you remember what his name was? Charlie Kaufman, that's right.
Yeah.
And he made this film Adaptation with Nicolas Cage, and it was a film that it wasn't like one of my favourite films. It was a bit sort of, I mean, I liked it in a patchy way, but there's just this one scene that was just so touching in it, and I came away from it and wrote the words down because they meant so much to me, and I worked that little scene into the song, the George Formby song. So in the middle, that's what that's going to be, that reading. And just to set the scene, it's two brothers who had a bit of a sort of a tense relationship in some ways, but they both are in mortal peril when they have this conversation, and they're having a sort of a bonding moment. And Charlie is the more uptight brother, and Donald, or is it the right way around?
That's right.
And Donald is the more sort of easygoing one. But their difference in perspective will become apparent during the reading. So the song is George Formby, "You Can't Stop Me From Dreaming," and the words are from Adaptation by Charlie Kaufman. And we hope you enjoy it. So sweet and lovely, but what an affair. Not even a kiss since we met. You just won't love me, but I don't care, 'cause I will get you yet. You can stop me from kissing you. You can stop me from hugging too. You can treat me mean, and I know you might, but I'm still gonna get you every night, 'cause you can't stop me from dreaming. I'm still gonna fly on passion's wings, 'cause you can't stop me thinking things. You can make me listen to your commands, you can slip right out of my arms, but you can't stop me from dreaming. For each night in the park, when it grows dark, I'll dream we're there, with so much love to spare. Yeah, you're the boss now, but we're not through, 'cause you can't do a thing to put me off you. You can turn me down, fat, that's alright. I'm gonna get even with you tonight, 'cause you can't stop me from dreaming. was this time in high school. I was watching you out the library window. You were talking to Sarah Marsh. Donald. Oh God, I was so in love with her. Charlie. I know. And you were flirting with her. And she was being really sweet to you. Donald. I remember that. Charlie. Then, when you walked away, she started making fun of you with Kim Canetti. And it felt like they were laughing at me. You didn't know at all. You seemed so happy. Donald. I knew. I heard them. Charlie. How come you looked so happy? Donald. I loved Sarah, Charles. It was mine, that love. I owned it. Even Sarah didn't have the right to take it away. I can love whoever I want. Charlie. But she thought you were pathetic. Donald. That was her business, not mine. You are what you love, not what loves you. That's what I decided a long time ago. Yeah, I'm still gonna fly on passion's wings. You're never gonna stop me from thinking things. You can make me listen to your commands. You can slip right out my arms, but you can't stop me from dreaming. No, you can't stop me from dreaming. By the way, we have our dear friend Dave the drummer, the rock animal here, but he is of course the Enigma, so if you shift all your focus onto us, we'll get what we need, and Dave the drummer doesn't need such things. Plus, in between the songs, he likes to have a bit of a nap, so we'll just, is he sleeping yet, buddy, or is he still with us?
He's like Gandalf.
Okay, maybe so. Yeah. So just Dave is here, and we're thrilled to have him here. But
we're already paying too much attention to him.
Yeah. It's just the little things in life that get to me. It's just the little things that no one else can see. It's just the little things that matter to me so. I can't get them out of my head now. I just can't let them go. So we refer to the little things log starting with the minutes of the last little things meeting, which I always keep very scrappy records of actually, but I believe I can just about remember. In fact, there was we talked about our concern over Mr. Happy and how the key Mr. Man. In case I suddenly realised maybe there's a whole generation out there who don't know the Mr. Men. I'm not quite sure, but that's who Mr. Happy is anyway, and he is basically just a sphere with a face and just some limbs coming out of that orb, isn't he? And so we were concerned about the fact that all of his internal organs must be just behind his face. We discussed that, and I believe we also discussed the setting of supposedly sympathetic characters in thrillers by showing their wonderful sex life and how off-putting that can be. We had other film vexations, didn't we? You can refer back anyway. There is another episode of The Little Things. But one little thing that's been on my mind a bit is it's a phone-based thing, Tom. You know, when I phone someone, I always feel I've got to leave a little gap after I say, "Oh, hello, it's Luke." So I don't think everybody does this, but I don't know any other way. So I kind of want to just go, "Oh, hi there, it's Luke," and then leave a gap because otherwise they might want to just chip straight in and go, "Luke, I can't talk right now," or something. I'm, just cooking a peach pie, or wheelbarrowing something. I don't know. People are doing all sorts of things, aren't they? When
important things.
Yeah, exactly. And so I want to just go, "Hi, it's Luke," and then just take a beat, as they say, and let them say something, or just if they want to say, "Oh, hi, Luke," because otherwise if I just go, hi, it's Luke, I wanted to talk to you about blah, 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 I'm just carrying on, and they're trying to go, "Hi, Luke," and then we're talking over each other. So I kind of go, "Hi, it's Luke," and then leave a gap. But the trouble is, some people just leave that gap silent because it's as if they're going, "Yeah, and," But I feel like that silence is there for a reason. I'm trying to do it, to give them a chance to say something, but they just leave it as if, yeah, and it sounds like I'm going, "Hi, it's Luke." Didn't expect that, did you? Like kind of like sort of as if a dramatic pause, and so it feels really awk. I feel like there's not very decided etiquette on this thing. You be the other person on the phone. So I'll just demonstrate. So I'll phone you, and then you just when I say hi, it's Luke. Then just leave a gap.
Yeah.
Bring.
Hello.
Hi, Tom. It's Luke. See, this is it. See, I always do that, but it just feels awkward, doesn't it? It felt awkward to me, even though it was a fake phone call.
I figured out a solution.
What do you do? Yeah.
Right. You be the other person.
Okay.
Ring.
Hello.
Hi, it's Tom. Now you say something.
That's perfect. No. Okay. You hit on it again, buddy. See, you're a solver. You're a problem solver. I'm a problem.
Do you feel like you'd
warrior.
be comfortable with
I would
trying
be.
that?
I would be okay. I'm going to try that, and I'm going to get right back to you.
Yep.
So
let me know how it went.
Yeah, I certainly will.
On the phone. Phone me up and say hi. It's
I feel like I didn't do you a good enough chord for that because that was too jazz.
Good.
It was too jazz. It was like this. No, I should have gone. Oh, that's too loud.
Wow.
Okay. That's quite interesting. It was just slightly less random. I can't say random now because it's become a cool word, hasn't it? Oh, that's so random. That was probably cool about 10 years ago, but that's when I catch up with the cool words.
I mean, that's still ahead of our time.
Yeah. The other thing I want to discuss, a food-based thing. When is a soup a sauce and when is a sauce a soup? Because I had a soup the other day that I thought, this is so nice, I'm going to actually, I'm going to take the other pot of it that I've got, and I'm going to put it on some vegetables and stuff, and make it say it's a sauce. If I say it's a sauce, it's a sauce, or is it? Because I've also had very tasty sauces with things, and thought this is very nice, but I wouldn't want a whole bowl of it as a soup. Because it seems so wrong and sort of rich or something. So, but what's the difference? Because I definitely think I think they merge, don't they? Do they or don't they? You decide.
Yeah.
Do you think a soup and a sauce is only a soup and a sauce because you say it, or do you think there is a distinction?
I think it's probably context sensitive. So something that's a soup one day might be a sauce on a different.
Well, that's
day.
what that's what you're speaking exactly to my zone here, because I think context is king, as it is or queen. Context is key, we'll say. Context is non-binary monarch is the point. It's queen. Context is queen, and so I think that a soup can be a sauce can be a soup. You have fun with it. Have fun with it.
Here's another an extra little facet to throw in there.
Mm-hmm.
Different temperatures.
Oh, okay. Because you'd have a soup a bit hotter, would you?
I mean, I haven't really thought this through, but
that's the beauty.
I feel like on that basis, you can take my word for it.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, I think you've added something to it, Tom. One other little thing that I had to. I think. Or maybe I'll save it for next time. No, okay, I'll come out with it because we're still on the subject of food. I believe it's high time we introduced a second item of cutlery to eat cake with, because when you are in a cafe and you order a slice of cake, they give you that little sort of forky thing, just a little fork, and you're supposed to do the whole thing, but the cake is just on a dish. So it's got, for instance, if it had walls like a bowl, I'd think okay, you can kind of use the wall of the bowl to kind of get some purchase or whatever. Yeah, bit of something to work with. But sure. I always feel that with a bit of cake on a dish, so I've got my little dainty little forky knifey thing they give you, and it always ends up at some point you've got to kind of try and you've got to employ a finger basically to kind of nudge that last bit on, and that proves it doesn't work. I think if you have to employ your actual your fists, your grabbers.
I think I see you're getting a finger cutlery a finger is not.
Exactly. And I mean, I thought you were going to suggest that someone gives you like a fake finger so that you can use that rather than your own finger.
But then that would be
that
a
would
piece
be
of
cutlery. Exactly. Which is what I was going to come in with if you had said it, but you didn't say it. So we were on the same page anyway. So I think there should be, unless we're just going to go back to just complete chaos and just eat cake with our hands even in the public place, which I don't think I'd sanction on my watch, to be honest, buddy. Not that it is my watch, nobody cares what my view is on these things, but the point is I've got a film camera, so I'm able to broadcast them. So I don't know what anyone thinks about the extra bit of cutlery. Just a dainty little knife would do for me. I feel I've got to have two things to work with if I've got anything to manipulate into my gob. But hey, that's me. That's the little things for this episode. I think that should cover it. It's just the little things, the stuff that's hard to place, the things the world at large has no desire to trace, but I can't help it, I can't leave them be, or come to that. In fact, perhaps it's them that won't leave me.
It's the Lo-Fi Zone.
There upon her dear face, it's rare to catch a clear trace of what's beyond. She's the myth, the tale untold. Still one shift in her smouldering gaze can lift up my soul for days. It pays to never let the trail go cold. There's more to her than meets the eye. There's more to her than meets the eye. There's hidden depth. There's more to her than meets the eye. She's got mystery. There's deep desire. There's burning fire inside, I bet. What's her story? What's the score now? I've just got to know. There's so much there she hides away and keeps from view. I learn something every day. She's so deep now. There's energy, there's mystery, there's danger too. What's her story? What's the score now? I've just got to know. Oh, I feel ready now for more than just a thrill. I wanna be a part of the world inside her mind. I haven't broken through just yet, but I hope someday I will. There's more to her than meets the eye. She's such a find. Me hooked on every move she makes. Every word she says attracts me there. I'm gonna break into her life, whatever it takes. There's more to her than meets the eye. It's in the air. Every glimpse into her mind sets me alight. I find brings me closer. She sparks something off in me I just can't fight. What's her story? What's the score now? I've just got to know. What's her story? What's the score now? I've just got to know. What's her story? What's the score now? I've just got to know. Where does time go though once it's gone?
That's very deep, Luke.
Thank you, Tom. We're sorry to strike the blow, but now we must go. If you didn't like the show, please never let us know. Farewell for now, we'll leave you alone. But thanks for entering the lo-fi zone. Thank you so much for keeping us company in the zone, beings. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay, chaps, preparing to actually exit the lo-fi zone now. So prepare for a feeling of strangeness. Tom, I hope you haven't forgotten to pack your lucky kazoo. We're going to count down now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thanks, guys. Sorry it's all so long-winded, but I really appreciate your time, and you're both brilliant. I mean, you know, it's a total pleasure and privilege to play with you both. So thank you. No one I'd rather be playing these songs with. The fact that no other fucker in the world wants to play them with me is a mere detail, you know.
It's just a lucky coincidence.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the lo-fi zone.